Let me now move to another subject. A few weeks ago, we talked about a group of students who traveled to Myrtle Beach together from Belmont County. In all, 45 students made that trip. When they returned, 16 people initially tested positive for COVID-19. Today, we know that 28 of those travelers have, in fact, tested positive. Those individuals certainly could have exposed family and friends. Unfortunately, this story is really not that unique. We've heard from multiple local health departments, and again, something that we have been doing is calling our local health departments, finding out exactly what they're seeing, where they're seeing people infected. We've heard from many of these health departments that they're tracing cases related to out-of-state travel. Trips to state where there are high positivity rates, South Carolina, for example, Florida, are leading to outbreaks right here in the Buckeye State. So today we're putting out an advisory, a travel advisory for all individuals who come into Ohio from these states. It also includes anyone from Ohio who goes visit those states and come back. Let me just say that, there's two things obviously people should be concerned about. One is the state that they're going into, and the higher the positivity rate, the more that they should be concerned about that. The other thing, to state the obvious, is what they do in those states. If someone is very, very careful, if they are able to go to the beach, separate from other people, or if they're hiking and doing things. So a lot depends on, of course, your risk is based upon what you're doing in these other states. This advisory covers all individuals coming into Ohio from states reporting positive testing rates of 15% or higher. And we recommend that those individuals self-quarantine for 14 days. So again, these would be the states, as you can see, Florida, 19%. I guess the highest state looks like it's Arizona, I guess. But all of these are over the markers. Obviously, people can be careful, should be careful no matter where they go, but these are states, and we just put this kind of on a warning list. We will update this every week. Again, it's similar to some of the advisories, frankly, that you used to get at the airport, or you still do, I guess, get at the airport. I haven't flown for a while. You'd walk in and you'd see Port-au-Prince or someplace did not have good security, and there was a caution. It warned you about that. So we're just putting this up. We're looking at positivity rates, which we think is a good way to look at it. Ours is about 6.2, 6.3, something in that area, just to give you some reference points. So we would ask people to be careful. This is going to be based on a 7-day rolling average. We will update the list of states weekly. The list today includes travel to and from Alabama, Arizona, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Mississippi, Nevada, Puerto Rico, South Carolina, and Texas. So Puerto Rico is on there as well. If you're traveling from one of those states with a high positivity rate, you should self-quarantine at home or in a hotel. This applies to people who call Ohio home and people who are traveling into Ohio from states with high positivity rates, whether they're traveling for business or vacationing. Please visit our website at coronavirus.ohio.gov for more specific information. Again, it's an advisory, it's not an order, but we want to notify people, and we would ask them to protect everyone, protect their family, and to protect others. If you're coming from one of those states, you've been visiting there, we would ask you to self-quarantine. Look, we know all of these things are sacrifices, but we hope that these are short-term sacrifices for something that we all want to see, and that is to get this virus under control and be able to do more things as we move into the fall.